I think the consumer will have a choice to see what they want to see, where they want to see in their own time. And I think that's going to be something huge shift that may happen with AR.
Hi, my name is Kunal Gaur.
Hi, I'm Adi, and we're co-founders of AR.IVAL.
And this is our startup story. AR.IVAL is an immersive platform to work with creators and brands to give them a platform that brings monetizable immersive experiences in AR for both creators and brands.
In a line, it's where art meets augmented reality. It was generally this larger mission of making art accessible. And the second thing was more personal to me, which is I felt I was too comfortable at my job and I wanted to pursue something that would push me and seek a higher purpose on my own potential.
I always wanted to do something with AR and VR as a thing because I really believe that AR is going to change the way we kind of see content on the internet. And with just the new conversation that's happening currently, we can definitely see that happening. It's on the horizon, so and that's what I wanted to build for.
Out of everyone I was talking with, Kunal and I had the same values, that why we wanted to get into this space. And one of it was very clear that we did not want to do anything that a lot of other people were talking about or already building. We wanted to build something that could last, for the next decade, or foresee that what's beyond, this trend that's going on right now. But that's when, augmented reality was part of the discussion that we were having, and that's a venture that we wanted to go towards.
In our own experience, we had a lot of conversation with brands and artists and the things that we can do with them together. And when we started talking, I just felt like let's not produce another NFT platform. Like they're all over the place, and we don't know where this is going. It's a new space, but maybe let's do something with digital collectibles, but could have a layer of an augmented reality on it. Our notes kind of became common. We both were interested in something like that. AR became the key focus area for us, and ever since we've just been building for that. It's not as saturated, so there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of creative crowd all around us. It's full of people who are trying to do something new, and the government is backing them. So it's a great mix of those two things that are usually the components of something that's missing in a lot of different markets.
It's an unsaturated market, and that's what excites us most, that we can make an impact here doing big projects and, bringing together artists, local artists, BIPOC artists, indigenous artists, like everything we've done, in the last decade, and I think there's so much more to do here.
We're looking to raise funds, so we're also speaking to a couple of VCs. We've had some conversation with them. We're also looking to close relationships with organizations in Ontario, Toronto, GTA area, to do different shows and do different partnerships with them. Public art is a big domain, of course, because we're talking about real-world locations with AR, so that comes to mind. So we're also in talks with a lot of those organizations to create shows for them, working with local artists from here.
As an entrepreneur, you need to build your network from scratch as an immigrant in a new country. And I think, like with TBDC and even events here at Beehive, there were some amazing sessions where we could meet other entrepreneurs, and few were in our space in the industry. So there's collaboration opportunities. But I think in general also a lot of overarching sessions that give you a sense of like what people are like, or like what's the etiquette like, or what's the entrepreneurship ecosystem like.
I really enjoyed the mentorship webinars, first virtually as well as in person, when I got to meet those people and just kind of look at their understanding of the market.
I think for me, sessions like this, where we can tell our story.
It's one of those few places left in the world where a lot of things still have scope of trying out in terms of new tech, and has access to the entire North American market as a whole. So it's a great city to be a part of.
I think one of the main differences is that there is a great work-life balance here, even as an entrepreneur. And because of that, you may have more time at hand, which I think should be well spent to develop your own persona as an entrepreneur. You're in a new country, nobody really knows you, so you want to be active on, some of the business and social platforms that you may have not been, because essentially you're here to do business and you never know where business comes from organically at you.
There's, of course, bureaucracy aside, also paperwork aside. I mean, all that is part of each and every kind of move like this. So it's a big move. It's moving a city, moving a country, moving from one startup to another. So a lot of different components of things that come in play.
The sudden change of pace, that yes, things will be slower here business-wise. So, I would say see that as an advantage and see what you can do, with that extra time that you have.
TBDC kind of sounded like the one that was one of the oldest in the ecosystem and hence had larger network for us to work with. And I think that was one of the key reasons why we looked at TBDC as a place.
I mean, I think during the interview process, it was challenging that, okay, yeah, there's it's strenuous, there's multiple rounds. I think that was great because it helps you refine a lot of things about your business and how you envision this, company expanding into North America.